Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today is the 19th of September 2021, and today's video is September 11th and Islam. Uh, there is always a common factor when people do something, whether it's good or bad, together. And that common factor is normally we are of the same mentality or the same thought. So let's say you like to have a glass of wine before dinner, and therefore you will ask your spouse, would you like some wine? Um, so or if you are sitting with a friend, you will ask him, let's say you are having dinner, you will ask him if he will join you for dinner, and so on and so forth. So there's always that when the thoughts are similar, we do things similarly too. So what is the common factor that it gathered the 19 hijackers to do what they have done? It's the same common factor that it was in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Iraq. All the people, the fighters in these countries, some of them were from Syria, some from Iraq. Like in Iraq, the ISIS guys, they were Muslim European, from Belgium, from Britain, from France, but they were Muslim. So they were different nationality, different race, different everything, but only one thing in common, that was the ideology of Islam. That what brings them together to do crazy thing, to the point that they destroy their lives and the lives of others. So September 11th, yes, it was only two nationalities. There were two Egyptian, and the rest, the 16 or 17 were Saudis. What was the common factor between the two? You don't find a Jewish person, a Christian, a Buddhist, a Hindu. They are all Muslim, Sunni, practicing as Muhammad told them to practice. And I'm going to leave that in the description box. Muhammad command, that's a command, not suggestion, command the Muslim to kill or to fight to kill the non-believer without exception, as they fight you without exception. But I really never seen any New Yorker from New York gave a command to go to invade Mecca. I didn't see anybody from Washington D.C., where the Pentagon is, gave any command to go to attack Cairo. I didn't hear of any person where the plane landed in a field in Pennsylvania gave a command to go to fight anybody in any Islamic country. I didn't hear of any European nation gave any command to invade an Islamic country. But, and even if it happened, it happened because of an individual decision. So that person or that military leader, let's say a crazy military leader, gives an order to go to destroy Yemen, per se. That person should be put under the law, should be questioned and judged in the court. Okay? But here we have these people having thoughts, and that thoughts is coming from a book, and that book is called the Quran. and that Quran left to us by a person. His name was Muhammad. And I'm going to give an example here to make the situation easy to understand. About There are many people, they are called hitman. Hitman is a person who will take an order from somebody. Let's say I have a company and I have a partner, and if my partner gets rid of me, then the company will be totally under his command. So he doesn't want to get his hands dirty, and he wants an alibi, so he will travel to Europe or to some place far away, but he will hire a person to kill me. Now, let's say this person get caught and he's interrogated, and he admits and offer evidence that this man hired him to kill me. Both of them are criminals, and both of them will be judged in the court. Okay? It's not because he didn't pull the trigger or use the knife or whatever method of killing to kill me that he's clean and free. No. So I'm saying this because Saudi Arabia, the government itself, it seems that it didn't do anything wrong. It did. It did. Why? Because until 2016, well, until September 11th, it was actually very clear they are supporting terrorism with mind and heart and money. After September 11th, they cooled it a bit. But until President Trump made it very clear to the Saudi prince that this will not continue, yes, Saudi Arabia at this time started to change. Okay? But unfortunately, all these leaders since the 30s were so 1930s, they were so lenient with this kind of teaching and let it spread like cancer all over the world. And suddenly, we're standing up. Okay, it's good that we're standing up, but we have the victims of the situation of September 11th are trying to have bring Saudi Arabia to the court that they supported that, and they are asking for compensation. That's good, but furthermore, I really would like not just Saudi Arabia. We have to have judgment of the book that encourage that command that. We have to have people standing up to say this book is full of venom. It's a poisonous book, that it destroys the mind of the people who believe in it, and this is the proof. And this is the proof. And not only they destroy their lives, but they destroy the lives of others with them. The people who were working in the two towers on September 11th, 2001, none of them was going to launch an attack on anybody. These were civilians working in the building. Okay? So, why do you attack them? Because your book told you that. Where did this book come from? That twisted book? From that mentally retarded sexual predator, may the blessing of Allah or the curse of whatever be on him. He left us with this poison. Okay, and we have to deal with that now. So, instead of just calling for money compensation, there has to be judgment also, that the people who teach this teaching, let's say the most prominent Islamic university, it's in Cairo, Egypt, called Al-Azhar. This university, anybody who graduate from this university has to sign a waiver that he is not going to teach this verse to fight the non-believers, to kill them, and to commit terrorist activity towards them because they don't believe in this nonsense. People are free to believe or disbelieve. If they want to come to you, they're welcome. But you don't invade nations to subjugate them to believe by force. And if they believe by force, it means really they are saying I believe, but in their hearts they don't believe. So you are creating hypocrites. Okay? These people don't believe, and if they are believing by force. And this is the situation actually in many Islamic countries now. Many people left Islam, but they come and they, when time of prayer comes, they go excuse me, they go and they pretend they are praying, they pretend they are fasting because they don't want headache. They don't want to be killed, I understand. So you have a hypocritical society now, pretending they are believing in this nonsense. And I know, if you give freedom of religion, Islam will collapse so quickly. So you have to have that intimidative factor. If you leave, you will be murdered. Because you know, if you make it open, everybody will leave. So I hope the lawyers and the people who are in charge of this situation, they don't just call for financial compensation for the victims of these of that incident of September 11th, but they should also call for the judgment of the book itself, the Quran, the Hadith, and they should have those who teach Islam sign a waiver that they will not teach this any verse that commands people to command the Muslim to go and kill other people, to subjugate them to accept this religion. They have to sign a waiver that this is nonsense now, we are not going to teach that. And if they are caught teaching that, they have to be punished according to the law. There has to be law to punish them. And once they do that also, then their followers, they will clearly understand that they are a real bunch of hypocrites, because they signed that they will not teach that, and yet secretly they are teaching it. So they will know that these are hypocrites. But we have to take these steps. We cannot let this go on. Muhammad himself too has to symbolic court case. He has to be he has to stand up. We have to stand him up as a responsible person for all this venomous teaching that he left to us behind, and he has to be liable for the destruction that it creates, and he has to receive sentence, whether it's death. Of course, you can't kill him now, he's dead, thank God. Okay, but he should receive at least many death sentence for all that all that the venom that he left us, that it creates many September 11th throughout history, not just that 20 years ago. He has to stand a trial, and he has to receive his judgment, his sentence. Maybe hang and whatever symbolic sentence to show that this person was a criminal and he destroyed many lives. That is my suggestion, and I hope that can help. I'm going to leave the reference in the description box, and we hope to hear from you. Thank you very much.